Afternoon, America. Brian James Blem here. I want to welcome you back to another episode of What the Fuck's Up. What I want to talk to you about today, I want to continue beating this drum about Hunter Biden's pardon, dating back to January 1, 2014, because I think this is fucking huge. Why would you pardon Hunter Biden back to January 1, 2014? Well, that's the period in time in which he gets very deeply active in the Ukraine as a Central Intelligence Agency and a Department of Defense military intelligence asset. That's right. Hunter Biden was working on behalf of your federal government, and they were feeding him billions of dollars or letting him consume all of this money and all the coke he wanted and all the kids he wanted and all the other whatever he wanted. And so basically, Hunter Biden goes into the Ukraine in 2014. So what happens in the Ukraine, is a total tragedy, because we shouldn't be at war or having this war or spending billions of dollars defending Ukraine right now, because this war should have never been. What happens? Barack Obama and the Central Intelligence Agency go into the Ukraine, and they decide they're going to overthrow the democratically elected president of the Ukraine, largely because he refuses to sign a trade agreement with the Western powers. So they essentially depose him using all of these different groups that are created by the Department of State and used by the CIA and the military intelligence people to wreak havoc in a country and create turmoil and have protests, much like you've been seeing happening in the United States at the end of Donald Trump's first term and sort of throughout that election cycle for his second election to office. But basically, Hunter Biden goes into the Ukraine, and it's not just energy through Burisma, folks. Burisma and Hunter Biden are also tied to a company called Biota, who Hunter Biden worked very actively to get work in the Ukraine. Billions of your taxpayer dollars going into biological weapons research in the country of Ukraine, which was one of the reasons, the principal reasons, the Russians invaded the Ukraine, because we got all of our biological weapons labs there, and we are essentially waging war against Russia from the Ukrainian border. And so you have to understand this context. And then, Donald Trump wins the election in 2016. Donald Trump wasn't supposed to win the election in 2016 because the entire national security state and the entire bureaucratic apparatus of the federal government were all in the bag for Hillary Clinton. But what takes place, right? Prior to the election, the general election, Senator McCain starts this Russia hit piece on Donald Trump in the form of this Russia dossier. He loses the primary, passes it to Hillary Clinton, who then moves forward with it. The FBI uses this fake dossier to get a search warrant by lying to a federal FISA court judge so that they can wiretap Donald Trump's campaign office. How Nixonian is that, right? But lefties say, oh well, nothing to see here. But anyway, so you have all of this take place. The entire first term of Donald Trump is all of these national security state types trying to get Donald Trump kicked out of office. Because we now know that within a week of his election, the military-industrial complex, Liz Cheney, did she have anything to do with it? Who knows? Maybe people should ask. Dick Cheney, did he have anything to do with it? I don't know. Maybe people should ask. But they begin war games with the military intelligence community to find out ways to get rid of Donald Trump. We know after his second election, they were already wargaming how not to follow Donald Trump's orders. And so what's taking place is sort of this military coup within the United States of America. They hated Donald Trump, but nothing they did would stick. You have this Ukrainian dude in the U.S. military intelligence community come forward with all these false allegations. And now is it his brother is a member of Congress or him? I don't remember which one. But they tried to impeach Trump on the basis of something that Hunter Biden had actually, or Joe Biden had actually done. And so what's taking place, you got to look at all of this context. You have Hunter Biden, the CIA, the military intelligence community, running all of these bioweapon labs in the Ukraine. Hunter Biden supporting this company called Metabiota, and then boom, they can't get rid of Donald Trump. So we go into the election of 2020. And in 2019, we have the release of COVID on the world, right? If I were a true conspiracy theorist, as many call me, the question I would be asking is, did the United States federal government national security state, in league with mainstream players in the Democratic Party via Hunter Biden, develop COVID in the Ukraine, take it to Wuhan and release it in the wet market across the street from the Wuhan Institute of Virology, so that the United States federal government could then ramp up a pandemic and keep Donald Trump from power, while at the same time blaming the Chinese for the COVID pandemic? I don't know. That sounds like a question maybe some people need to start asking after Hunter Biden is absolved of any and all crimes he may have committed beginning on January 1 of 2014, folks. This is deep and it's huge, and people need to pay more attention to it. Within the United States, if these people are willing to kill Donald Trump, 2 assassination attempts during the last election cycle, do you think they're not willing to scam an election like they do around the world all the time to unelect a sitting president? And so if you don't think that's a possibility, then you have bought whole hook, line, and sinker into your United States federal government's propaganda, and you need to start thinking outside of the box. And with that, I'm going to say, what the fuck? What the fuck is up with all these drones? God, my God. If you really want to know what's up with all these fucking drones, people, it's your own United States federal government running training exercises in different parts of the United States in preparation for something they're about to do. Fuck me, man. Damn. But anyway, with that, don't worry about the drones. It's just your federal government preparing for another psychological operation they can run against you. And with that, I say peace.